Okay, guys, today we are going to focus on subjects and predicates. And in Gear Up, we went over this a little bit, so this should hopefully be overall a review for you. So the first thing I want to go over is sentences versus phrases. When we have a sentence, we know that we have a subject and an action in that sentence. Both the subject and action are required to make it a sentence. A phrase is just a piece of a sentence. It is missing either a subject or an action. Here are examples of sentences. I used one sentence with 3 variations of that sentence. Julia runs 3 miles every afternoon. So we know that our subject is Julia, and we know that she runs. She runs 3 miles every afternoon. Another variation of that, Julia runs 3 miles. We still have a subject, we still have an action, and then Julia runs. Once again, we still have a subject, we still have an action. All of those things make it a sentence. Then we have phrases. Remember, these are missing an action or a subject. Julia, we don't know what Julia is doing. Runs 3 miles. Who runs 3 miles? Runs 3 miles every afternoon. We still don't know who runs 3 miles every afternoon. So you see, in the first example with the first bullet point, we're missing an action. In the second bullet point, we are missing a subject, and we are missing a subject in the third bullet point as well. Okay, back to subjects and predicates. The subject of a sentence is what or whom the sentence is about. In the same example I gave you for your sentence and phrase examples, I underlined, circled, and highlighted in purple the subject of the sentence. Julia is the subject. She is who is completing the action. So Julia runs 3 miles every afternoon. Then we have our predicate. The predicate starts with an action and tells you more about the subject. So highlighted in green and underlined is the predicate. You'll still see that we have Julia in purple and circled, which is our subject, and then the predicate tells us what she does. She runs 3 miles every afternoon. So here's that same sentence with just different variations of examples. Julia is our subject, runs is our predicate. Julia runs 3 miles in the second bullet. Julia is the subject, runs 3 miles is the predicate. And then in our third bullet, Julia runs 3 miles every afternoon. Julia is the subject, and runs 3 miles every afternoon is the predicate.